How many of you would like to do a job where you do not get paid? None of you. There are many in our country who do exactly that. College athletes provide the institutions and cities where they reside with a huge amount of income. However, they are not adequately compensated for these works. College athletes lack many of the most basic needs and resources that they need to survive, but yet they are still expected to go out and perform at peak in their chosen activities. In addition, colleges use the athletes' names and numbers and many other things associated with the players to gain a profit by selling merchandise. And yet the athletes see not 1 cent from these profits. The only way to ensure that our athletes are given the resources they need and fairly compensated for the work that they do is to pay them. Athletes make an enormous amount of money for their schools, but they don't receive anything in return. Schools make billions of dollars from athletic events alone. Using paraphernalia of the players to increase the revenue they receive, colleges are using athletes to promote their schools and programs without compensating the athlete at all. Many people point out that athletes get scholarships. However, that is only a small percentage of athletes, and an even smaller percentage of athletes actually get scholarships that meet all their needs. When asked if Mr. Tim Schuler, the parent of a college athlete and a former college athlete himself, said, yes, college athletes need to be paid. Athletes provide a service to the colleges and the community. The service that they provide produces financial gain more often than not for the institution. When you have students coming from different backgrounds and the college is gaining from the institutions while the athlete is suffering, it is that college's job to ensure that the athletes are taken care of. So how are we to solve this problem of the struggling athlete? The solution is simple. Colleges and athletes need to pay. There have been countless debates on how player salaries should be determined. One way would be to give athletes a percentage of the money that is received from merchandise sales with their names affiliated. This would provide everyone with an adequate amount of money proportionate to the income they bring to the school. The same thing could also be done by allowing athletes to brand their own names. This would allow the athletes to receive royalties on all merchandise sold, not just at the college, but also out in the regular world. Another way to determine the salaries of college athletes is to actually pay them a normal salary. One problem with this point is that coaches and athletic directors are paid enormous amounts of money, leaving little money to pay college athletes. However, setting a salary cap on athletic staffing would allow for college athletes to be paid. There are, however, those who think the athletes should be paid, but are worried about the outcomes of giving young adults this kind of money. The biggest outcome of paying a college athlete is that athletes will be able to provide for themselves and have the resources that they need to get by every day. Many athletes don't have enough food in their dorm, and their busy schedule prevents them from getting to cafeterias or other places on campus that provide them with free meals. Giving an athlete a salary would allow them to be able to go out and purchase the things that they need, not just food, but other things such as toiletries and maybe even clothes. The athlete would be able to go out on their own time and purchase these things and be able to fit it into their schedules. In addition to helping athletes get what they need immediately, this would also help the athletes financially in the future. If given the opportunity, many athletes that go to the professional level do not have the financial education or stability to manage their money properly. Many end up broke and in debt and even bankrupt within the next few years. Providing athletes with a salary in college will allow them to develop financial stability and learn how to manage their money so that when they do get out into the real world, whether they make it professionally in their sport or not, they will be able to handle money and will not have to deal with the struggles of debt and bankruptcy. Paying college athletes would not only provide them with the resources they need immediately, but also make them financially sound in the future. You can help by advocating for student athletes in your area and educating others on the benefits of paying college athletes. Because no one should have to work without being paid.